Gary, did you watch Clique?
Yes.
It's a BBC Three drama, if you didn't know it was on, because let's be honest, it's on BBC Three. Two friends, sort of childhood friends, Georgia and Holly. Georgia is played by Aisling Francosi from The Fall. Holly is played by Synnöve Carlson, I'm going to say. Synnove. And this is actually her first ever TV role, and I was very impressed by hearing this. Georgia is sort of the party girl. Holly's a bit more reserved. We see this early on in scenes together. Then you see them going off to a club together, and they encounter for the first time the titular clique, sort of led by a lecturer called Jude McDermott, who's played by Louise Brealey, who we know best as Mopey Molly Hooper from Sherlock. Basically, you get the impression that there's sort of secretive things going on. This is sort of like almost like a secret. If it was an American thing, it would be a secret sorority, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
There's these like 4 very strong women. It's all linked to like a fellowship that Jude and her brother have set up in their company exclusively for female students, isn't it? This, to me, felt like Veronica Mars more so than I thought Riverdale did.
Yeah, there was very strong links to Veronica Mars. I liked the fact that it was real. I liked the fact that it was gritty. And it felt very much like a glossy American drama, but still very much set in Scotland.
The mystery they sort of built up really well. You know, she found one of the girls had looked like she'd committed suicide, slitted her wrist in the bath, took her to hospital, and the last scene was her falling out the window, which was like a reverse shot from that second series of Line of Duty. And I like Louise Brealey. I thought she was a lot stronger here than she's ever been in Sherlock for me. I think she's...
Well, she was always playing the kind of downtrodden, nerdy character. This was playing something completely different. I really like this. Again,
you're going to carry on with this?
Well, this is like 13. Why the hell is this only on BBC Three?
I was kind of not invested, and then I got more and more drawn in, specifically again praising the lead actress. By the end, I thought it was ticking along rather nicely. I really enjoyed it. It was dark yet believable, which is difficult to do. I believed that these things were happening to these people, and this could be a probable thing that happened. It felt very contemporary without being in your face with all its references and music and things. My issue is similar to Gary's, I believe, in as much as I like it, or liked it, I don't know whether I will remember to go back onto BBC Three on Sunday or Saturday. We're not sure what day it turns up.
I think the problem is, and I found this, and I don't know if it's the same on Sky. On the Virgin system, I went to search for Clique, first of all, and it doesn't come up on the search, even though it's available on the BBC iPlayer, which a lot of things are. If you went through your Virgin screen, you couldn't find it. You also can't series link it, so you can't get it in your My Recordings. And I'm assuming that's the same thing in Sky, that I actually have to physically go into the iPlayer, go to the BBC Three section. I don't understand this. I don't understand why this would be something that the newer generation of people, and this is clearly aimed at a young market, why they wouldn't want to do that as well. And they want things quicker and faster, and this isn't that.
One of the benefits, we've shown it ourselves by talking over and over again about these online shows. One of the benefits is if you like something, you can watch it all and you can shout about it online and get all your friends watching. What I would like to have seen with this is if all 6 were available in one go. Had all 6 been available in one go, I may well have gone, I want to see how it progresses from here.
Especially as they're only 45-ish minutes, 43 minutes.
Waiting a week, I don't know, with all the stuff that's on, and I'm watching The Good Fight, which I'm really enjoying, which again I'm having to seek out. I imagine, as good as this was, that it'll fall by the wayside, not because I didn't enjoy it, not because it wasn't good drama, but because it's just not easily accessible and not on my radar.
If it then came on to do like a 13 on a BBC Two, would you watch it then, or a BBC One, like a 9 PM slot or a 10 PM slot?
If I could record it, have it at my beck and call, and know it wasn't going to vanish, and know I could just press a button and there it was, yes.
Okay.
It's disappointing that this won't be able to be seen by a wider audience, because it is that good.
May get a BBC Two audience, 13 as Matt said did. All the BBC Three shows are. This Country, which we talked about, is getting a BBC One airing at midnight on a Saturday.
Uncle was buried in the schedules on BBC One.
As long as they put it on there somewhere, they can, they can live up. They live up to their promise of putting everything on BBC 1 or 2 at some point. But if
something, it's like the old "if a tree falls in a forest, you hear it." If something's on at 2:00 on BBC 1 on a Saturday morning,
but it's like contractual obligations, like they did with the US version of The Apprentice. They had a contractual obligation to show those because they bought the rights to the name for the Alan Sugar version, and they showed that at like stupid o'clock in the morning. No one was complaining because obviously.
And look how that turned out. He's now president.
Yeah, I'm just looking actually at the BBC Three bit of the iPlayer at the moment, and Clique is lower down on the listings than a documentary called My Unusual Vagina. So there you go.
Not yours. Because that would be quite unusual.
It whizzes along quite nicely. It's intriguing. It's got a good central mystery and a really good central performance. It does appeal very strongly to the BBC Three audience, the BBC Three remit of appealing to young, especially young women, I suppose, in this case.